Come on, I just cast it. It should bite right away. Oh, big. Wow, got one. Nice. For this very thing, in short, for the point. Come on. Ivanovic is stealing the fish, look. The fish took it and ran away. Wonderful. But really, there's nothing. There's nothing, damn it. I'll pull it. To be continued. Wow. Today, Sergei Ivanovic and I went out for another fishing trip. Let's try to fish in an unusual way, right? Yes, we're going to fish with a crust of bread. Whatever will be, will be. Maybe we'll catch chub, roach, and everything, basically, in a circle. Yeah, we'll tell and show with Nathan. Yeah, the result later. With a sliding sinker, we'll give it a try. The Seversky Donets River, an early, foggy morning. Yeah, Sergei Ivanovic is starting to make a spot for himself. Sergei Ivanovic will set up a spot here. And I'm going to start untangling my gear as well. Friends, for the gear, I have two rods. One is a feeder rod, and the other is a match rod. The match rod will be classic, but I'll have a 4-gram float, heavy enough so it won't be swept away by the current. And my feeder rod is set up a bit differently with a sliding sinker, meaning there's a sliding weight at the top, a stopper, and a sliding float with a leader. I've got one, yes, thick with a big hook with number 10, but the piece of bread will be big. You'll understand everything in the process. So it's a simple, quick fishing trip. Guys, here's the bait, bread, the crust of the bread. Just regular bread, the kind we eat. Yeah, just like this crust. That's exactly what we put on the hook. I took some white bread, a loaf, a baguette. In short, something from today's bait is going to appeal to the fish. And we're going to put a piece like this. What do we have? The bread will float a bit and will sway like this in the current. And the chub or roach should immediately go for it. Well, that's, how should I put it, in theory. But how it will be in practice, who knows? I'll take the ready-made one with a 4-gram float. Here we have 4 grams, and the main line is 0.23. I have size 10 hooks, just like I said. That's what I put on. Here. As for the bait, guys, and everything else, I don't know. I guess I'll start with the crust of the white bread. Right now I have a little knife here somewhere. Let's gently take it from the bag and cut a small crust. So just a little piece of the crust like this. A little bit cubed, so it's like that. This crust, start putting it on the hook. Slowly putting it on the hook. Let's go. And we placed it. The current will carry it away just right. It will be just what we need. Here's our float, the first one. The reel here is good, on a Balinese rod. It's also a budget reel. A bite! If it's a chub, it will immediately pull the float down sharply. The float will go down, it might even pull the rod with it. The fish is powerful. In general, it's early spring, and there's still ice in the bays. You can't really get close to the water, only where the current has melted everything away. Well, let's unwind our reel and go for it. The depth here is about 1.5 meters where I cast the rod. So we're unwinding it, measuring the length, the depth. Everything should be. Alright, ready, and it looks I've measured the depth. In this kind of fishing, what's the main thing, guys? Don't get caught, don't get torn off. Don't feed, that's all. Wait. And wait. Let's put on the second one. About 90 rods will be lying around with thoughts. So let's look at the tree, not the tree. We'll see if we need a fork here. Actually, tonight, the second piece of bread. Cast it, if that's to the left, let's do it a little bit like this. To the right, or should we cast it into the current? We'll place, let's see, What's going to happen? Ivanovich, how are you doing? Did you get a bite? Bread? Good? Ivanik says a bite on bread. And the big cube, you put it on. Sergey Ivanich. Oh, show it on your palm. I'll show you right now. Just a second. About a square centimeter, right? Yeah, plus or minus like mine. Cool riot.
Yeah, if you're at Salkin's Edge where the dry bread is. We toasted it and then we put it there, right?
We put it there. So we settled down by the shore. He is here and here. But what's unusual for me is that we don't feed. I'm used to fishing with a float on a feeder. I always have to feed. Do it. But here you just have to wait. And find the right spot. Here's Ivan still having a bite, it seems. Not. Or it got pressed by a wave. Birds singing. Beautiful. This is another float. It looks kind of like a float. Everything's fine. And that one, of course, has such an antenna. Just huge. Maybe I overdid it a bit with him. It could have been a bit lighter. But in principle, it's also 4 grams. It's just that it's so big. Ivan Ochniak just shouted, saying maybe we should dig up 2 worms somewhere around here, right by the river, and try fishing with them. Maybe we'll make some like that now. About the bread, guys, how often should we change it? Yeah, I think about 20 minutes, maybe. I don't understand. The baguette seems to hold up a bit better than the white piece. If it gets caught in the current, then the piece should hold for about 20-30 minutes. Two, by the rules. So friends, there's nothing there, honestly. A piece of baguette, I'll try using a little baguette, let's bait it, and both of us will use it. Little baguette. We'll send this one. It seems like the denser pieces should hold better at home. Let's go. It's flying away into the water. Hi. It's sinking. It's going down. And check this one away. There isn't anything there either. Oh no, there's bread here. Look at how this piece has swollen. I think it is... It's very big, probably, although maybe it's sucking. The thing is, it's already swelling in the water and becoming huge. Piece. You must consider that when you thread it, I'm threading it through, and on the other side, I'm lifting it up like this. Let's try it this way. And I release it under the reeds. Now, view of Bream.
View of Bream. Ouch! Yes, this is not just a discovery, it's a revelation. Oh, this is verified. This is really a discovery, just a discovery. And probably the first one for today, right? No, not the first one. Good. What for? On bread? On a piece of bread, right?
It's on the jacket. Look here. Alright, I decided to move around slowly, change spots. You need to look for it. Sitting in one place is also not right. It seems like a nice little spot here. I found a little nook. There's a small one. Last time I caught a roach not far from the float. My catch is lying there. Nobody found it. I just threw it right under the reeds. Down here. Let's try in front of the obstruction. Let's just stand for about half an hour in each spot, so to speak. Well, what a truly enormous worm to bait with indeed. And cast it there, to that float, just I was yesterday. Chapoza left yesterday. Now I'll rip off 2 more, I'm a lucky guy. Alright, let's put it down. Let's leave it lying down. On the hunt we will be... The alarm went off. how I was fishing. What was dripping? Not completely uninteresting. Nothing interesting, right? Not a little interesting. That's how it is, right? That's how it was yesterday, but today it's not like that's it, right? What's wrong? What's wrong with her? Ungrateful fish. Yeah, yesterday they were biting, today they're not. So is there a turtle there? I'll be throwing maggots and bloodworms right here, a bit to the right, and I think mixing in some bait won't hurt. Today, I have a universal bucket. I use it for both fish and bait. Then I washed it. It folds up nicely and perfectly. I'm still standing here with you, keeping an eye on the worm. Maybe a pike or someone will bite. Bloodworms. Like this. Ivanich, you coming to visit me? No, that's just how it is. Yeah, that's yesterday's float. What about it? Grab your fishing rod, sit down with me, Sergei Ivanich. Let's start fishing. Caught a roach will release it. I made a couple of balls for the float. The main rule here, as always, is not too far. Better a bit closer. Here, left, right. To our spot where we will be fishing. Serio no. We are complaining.
Complaining? I filled my head today.
How come yesterday he was out and about and today he's resting? Yeah.
Today there's no sunshine. Yesterday he jumped out to warm up. I approached the shore. And now he's gone back to the deep once again.
In short, the fish are all at a depth of 30 centimeters. Just classic. You take it, catch it. One after next. The most interesting thing is you don't even have to cast far. Cast from the edge. That's it. Here they are. This is the right bait. A cast. Wow, right away, look, I just threw it in. What is she doing? What is she doing over there? Pretty... not bad at all. Here she is, nice. It's nothing special. Wow. Look, Ivanich is stealing the fish. Make the fish. And he fled. Ivanich, he'll be without fish. Hehehehe, laughter. In short, this is a joke. Ivanich catches it, throws the fish on the ground, a mink comes out and steals it. Little weasel. We're going to give you some fish. What? Now we're going to give it to me. Okay.
The creature is currently consuming the fish, taking its time to eat, and then it eventually departed from the scene. Is it possible for us to have a few smaller ones to observe, or perhaps study further?
Let's go.
Well, I'm not afraid of it swimming away. Yeah, you can throw it without being silent. That's how it was done.
It's a good whip rod, light enough to use with one hand. You can cast it. You're holding it by the edge. On the roach platform, I'll typically use either a size 14 or size 12 hook. By the way, golden catch hooks are great. They are not the original hooks from Hayabusa, but they are the only dealer of the original hooks. Well, they are really awesome. I used to get these huge ones. They work really well for catching bighead carp, and they were a big hook. But there are also match hooks. They go just like a shoulder blade they have. These, by the way, are also feeder ones, and come with a paddle. But really, what's the difference between feeder and float hooks? It doesn't matter much what the hook says. Yes, the main thing is that it is there. The hook itself should have good wire and a sharp point, so that it never bends out on you.
Yeah, that's it, yeah. So for the hook, here, well, let's do it, throw it in. So, as we all patiently wait, we are waiting for that crucial moment when we get a bite. This means that we need to have a float, and sometimes we might even need to change the float to ensure everything is set up perfectly. For casting, it should be good and a bit heavy. But for catching roach, it needs to be light. Usual. Catch a goose and pluck its feathers. Oh, bite! Ha ha, right. Look at this, see, it's a roach. What is this? I'm not going to let it go. I didn't hook it there. Because Misha loves me. Maybe I should salt it a bit bigger. Here it is. You see these? And how much is it? A second has passed here. 3 seconds, yeah, well, that's the kind of bite we're getting, guys. I'm not even adjusting anything from China. Here. I didn't bring the net to the shore, just cast it, and whatever literally jumps out, jumps out. The water has warmed up, and do you believe it? Well, look, please. Do you see how she's behaving? Well, it's greedily grabbing the hook. God, look. I'm not lying. I'm doing it with one hand.
Oh, damn good. Come on. Come on. As soon as I cast, it should be right away. Wow. That's good.
I pressed hide, and then I hooked it on like this. You can catch about 10 of them, or even more, but for now, let's not send our own. Already got one. Whoa. It's already pulling. Well, it's already someone's float, you see, it's flopping around. It's just a snag, a piece of wood lying there. It's pulling. Attack.
Well, guys, let's start packing up and heading home. It's starting to rain.
Already. Brought fishing rods, backrest went out.
Yeah. So about the fishing, in short. Well, I didn't catch any chub. It's not a big deal. At least we caught some rudd.
Well, you'll see bites. Rudd, where's our float?
Did they clean it?
Yeah, it's not a manicure, no.
Nope. What, there's none?
There's none.
Lit. Wow. Let's try. You can reel in the reel. It's not quite. There's something there, Ivanich. Yes, yeah. Let's pull it through. Who's there? There, fish. A little bit up, a little bit down.
Oh, is there?
And he's sliding for me. Let me see what I caught, what I actually caught on the worm. I caught a perch at the end of the day. I caught this. No, well, on my fishing rod, yeah.
It's fine.
Well, it's cool with the worm.
Did you catch a chub?
Right now, at this very moment, I have got a really good hook, thanks to the kind guy who generously gave us the worm. Yeah, what's going on there? Oh,
it happened. Well done.
will it pull? But this is shorter than today's fishing, yes, whose kushka was taken before it drizzled. Rain on the fish soup will be. Okay, let's get ready. Sergei Ivanovich. We'll try to catch some chub again in better weather. First of all, it's raining.
Rain, yeah, I'm showing you, look.
It's wet. All right, let's not mess around. Cool. No tail, no scales. Peace kind to all.